story continues. That's a great question because when you work in production, this was early in my career when I started on Rangers. I started in late 1990 working on production. And, you know, those hours are grueling. It's, you know, 70, 80, sometimes plus hours a week. And 15, 18, sometimes I worked a 24-hour day once. You know, I mean, it's just, but you want to be there, you know, so that's the price you pay, and that's what you do to be there. But it's really difficult to balance a life that way. And I'd come home and, you know, I would veg and go shopping. That's what, that was my release, you know. Eat, go shopping, and sleep when I had a weekend. So, great question.
Oh, well, yeah, I had kids.
How do you balance it?
I had a balanced life.
Yeah, kids.
I'm still unbalanced. It was hard, you know, I mean, trying to balance that, businesses. I had a garage school, I had kids, and Jacob's 17, I was running around like a little booger with diapers on, not letting me sleep. Put baby powder on your other brother. You put powder on Hunter, huh? One night, I come in and Hunter just powdered, cut his hair, it was just like loaded with just baby powder. So it was just, you know, dealing with the Power Ranger stuff and coming home, dealing with kids and all that stuff. So, yeah, kids and kids. I was more of a kid. I got to grow up on the show with these guys. But yeah, it was hard to balance it. But we worked a lot of hours. I mean, we worked really a lot of hours. So I saw these guys more than, you know, my family at the time.
You come to the set all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say.
Very advanced for your age, young man.
Yeah, they did keep us pretty busy on the set. I mean, we would have, sometimes we'd be shooting, well, most of the time, 2 episodes a week. So, you know, you have call time like 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, which meant you were tired at the end of the day and you go home. So, like, I didn't really have I wasn't married or anything like that, and I'm still a virgin, actually. So,
That ain't what I heard.
You know, it's funny, like, because, you know, we would have to get there early in the morning, you know, but there was a lot of downtime. So even though we were there for 12 hours and couldn't leave, we weren't always, like, working that whole time. So there was a lot of downtime when we were bored, sitting in our dressing room. I'd go to Darby's dressing room a lot, hang out with him, because he was so funny. But one thing that always made me laugh is he had this picture on the wall of Nixon. And Nixon had already died, and he wrote, "Narby, thank you for coming to my funeral." I talk about that to this day, all the time.
Well, thank you, Walter, for outing me. Now I'll probably get fired from my high school job. Miss Appleby always did like younger men.
Like us, I'm trying so hard to get up on that.
You know, I really did, but it was one of those things I just couldn't break it down. Because I was, as I said earlier, a day player, I had sort of the bittersweet luxury of just getting to work a day here and there. And I think most of us who are actors really long to have the kind of relationship that I saw happening on this set. And I want to go back to the young lady who said role models, because I just want to say that these, and you know, I am an old woman, okay? I get a discount at the movies nowadays, folks. I just waddle my little self up there and say, give me a senior. But these young people really were role models. And I was saying to some gentlemen this morning, all except you, Mr. Frank. Okay? He was terrible on set, and he always picked on me.
Oh, it doesn't sound like the Jason Frank we know.
Yeah, that's because he said once she goes black, she never goes back.
My husband
inspiration. And, you know, we don't have a lot of, this world needs superheroes. People who teach us values. And they'll make fun of it, I know. But they really were out there teaching people how to be good people and how to be responsible young people. And in a time when there are so many choices that young people have to make, they were helping you guys make good decisions. And so I was always envious of the fact that they got to be there every day, and I just got to come in occasionally and sort of be around the edges. And I'm real grateful for the experience.
How do you follow that? Although, as we sit here, I realized Nakia had screwed up my life more than I realized. You know that? I mean, honestly, and all kidding aside, talking about inspiration, I remember I was trying to figure out how to make the next step. Because this thing kind of screws with your head a little bit, becoming famous when you're young and all that stuff. I was trying to figure out where to go and how to go about college. And I was going to try to do some night school, I kind of thought. And I remember I was so impressed by the fact that we were going to UCLA and still doing this show and getting your ass kicked and really taking the punches and going through it. That's when I said, you know what, I need to quit and go to school full time. Now that I think about it, it's because of you. I hate you now because of that.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet, Jason.